Hi there, I'm back. And I am going to be playing some Getting Over It. Alright. And it's chimney again. I wish I could get good at the whole sequence of the chimney. Um, there. I managed to get my hammer on the light very briefly. Not well. And so I slipped off. There! Oh. Again, slipped off. For those of you who have not watched me play Getting Over It before, you will notice me making weird facial expressions and moving my body around as if I think that somehow will influence the game. I actually think that, and those facial expressions are completely, they're unconscious. I'm not making those expressions. If I roll my eyes, yes, but I do weird things with my tongue, and I don't know. I don't know what. Well, that was fun. I don't know what is causing all of these weird things, but I'm just a weirdo, so maybe you'll be entertained by them. Kevin G. Austin, have you ever heard of Jump King? It's the same idea as Getting Over It, but with a pixelated realm aesthetic. I think I have heard of it. The next rage game that I'm thinking about doing is called Pogo Stuck. I've been watching. Do you know Marshall Erickson? I don't believe I do. Ah. Well, I made the first jump, grabbed the light, didn't make the second jump. And if I had taken a little more time, I might have, but it looked like my hammer was slipping. I didn't want to take that time. Anyway, so there, successfully made the first jump. Oh, failed at the second jump. Name sounds familiar. I think it might be the name of a character from How I Met Your Mother. Good. Oh, not quite. And that character was from Minnesota. I have lived in Minnesota my whole life. I don't like trips for vacations. Well, that was pathetically bad. Ah. Hey! No! Yay! Second jump made. Now, the last time I got here, flung myself up over the top. So let's hope that doesn't happen again. It didn't. My goodness. This is not perfect positioning. I want to position myself better. Oh, come on. No. I have to be, well, I don't have. It's best if I am sitting on this little top of this peak here, bit going back and forth. I just want you to lower yourself right here. No, right here. No. Ugh. There. Perfect. Basically, the secret to this part is to uninstall the game and move on into your life. Maybe take up painting. Well, thank you. Yes, that one area there, that's the hardest part of the Devil's Chimney, is getting up on this little peak. No, and then being able to do this is easy. Once you're in the right position, right spot, right angle, it's so much easier that next move. And then you're on this nice long flat space. Not long enough. I have pushed myself away from this structure far enough that I landed over. I mean, I went over the Devil's Chimney and landed on the ground. But let's hope that doesn't happen this time. Anyway. Yes, no one part of this particular structure is hard. It's just getting all of the parts successfully is hard. I like that. Just uninstall the game. Whoop! See, that whoop is what screwed me there. Come on. There. That's where I want the hammer. Good. Well, that's not working. So... come on. Next part, this next girder part, took me forever to figure out how I was supposed to do it. And I've watched speedrunners do it, so it shouldn't be that hard. But just figuring out the mouse movements to get this done took me forever. That wing shipping container there. All right, and then you need to be very careful at the end. I've seen people just fly up this girder like it was nothing. I am not that person. I am not going to fly up the girder. I still need to be very careful and methodical with my movements, or I will knock myself off of this concrete thing. There. All right. So I'm guessing that the answer to the question I put in the title for this part was, which was, will I ever see the interesting. Some reason it's not automatically updating the title and category when I go in and update it. So yes, my new title was Will I See the Slide? And the answer apparently is going to be yes, because I'm almost there. Oh, I might then, after seeing the slide, fall all the way back to the ground. That is certainly possible and has happened many times. But, yeah. I want to be... Oh, well, that's fine. Nope, that's not fine. That's not what I wanted to do. Ugh. The littlest movements of your mouse can do huge problems, can create huge problems, flinging you all over the place. Anyway, there. And I think I just did a weird body movement. No, I do not think that the body movement helped at all. I do the body movements with a lot of different video games. The face thing, I don't know. The thing with my tongue and the odd facial expressions. I don't think I do that with as many video games as I do the body movement thing. All right. Yeah, see, this is bad. Not as bad as it could be. because if I fall past this concrete barrier, I can land on the ground. Or I will land very close to the ground. The fact that I caught myself just then is good, because I don't want to land way back down on the ground. All right. Oh, my goodness, that was terrible.
These audiences, uncritically accepting their tastes, it can only mean that you have no respect for them. Andrei Tarkovsky.
Thanks, Mr. Foddy. And this part is not hard. Oh. I don't succeed all the time at every step. No. But it's not especially hard. And I will be able to get back to the bottom of the Devil's Chimney fairly easily. It's the Devil's Chimney that's going to be the problem. All right, that's not where I want it to be. This is kind of where I want it. Okay. Well, that didn't work. Not sure what happened there. This particular section I find sort of peaceful. It's not especially hard. And you got the wind in the branches, which is sort of relaxing. You know, the wind in the leaves. Oh, come on. Oh. Push jump. No, why? Why am I not being able to... Well, that wasn't what I wanted to do, but it worked. So, whatever works. Basically, the goodbye slider. Oh, yeah. Big fan of Marshall Erickson. I imagine this game would be a lot easier if it didn't have a condescending narrator that comments on your loss of progress at very obvious times. Yes. So the very first time I made it past the Devil's Chimney to that dark side rock of the Devil's Chimney, I got my hammer on the dark side of the rock, and Bennett Foddy starts talking, and he hadn't talked for quite a while, and it startled me, and I fell back down the chimney. That was a somewhat frustrating thing. Well, I don't think I've ever been perched exactly here before. Oh. All right. Now, none of this until I get to the Devil's Chimney is especially hard. Sinin JSN, thank you very much for that follow. Hope you enjoy your time here. I hope everybody is enjoying their time here. Hope you're all staying safe and healthy. Back to the Devil's Chimney. Someday I feel I will conquer this particular part. I have not conquered it yet. I have gotten past it many times, but I still don't do very well. Is Devil's Chimney what the game actually calls this? I don't know if it's labeled that, but I do know that that's what everybody calls it. That's what when I've heard people refer to this particular part, they refer to it as the Devil's Chimney. And I've watched a video of Bennett Foddy playing this game, and he referred to it as the Devil's Chimney. So that is what I refer to it as, with good reason, because this is so hard, this particular spot. I hat when people troll with Control R. So this is, I started this stream playing this, then I played a couple hours of Realm of the Mad God, and now I'm back to this. And somebody the first part did a Control R troll attempt, and I'm usually not stuck this high up on the wall. I'm not sure what's going on here. Come on. There. Hey. Oh. Oh. All right. So yeah, they've never gotten me with Control R, and I don't think they ever got me with Alt F4 either. But well, that didn't work. But yes, there are people who just want me to close out the game, which fine. I mean, if I close it out, it will have saved my progress. And I, a few sessions ago, managed to click on New Game instead of Continue. Now, I went all the way back to the very, very beginning, the part that you really don't see very much of, because once you get past it, it doesn't make you fall back there unless you ride the snake. All right. I just looked it up, and Control R will reset your progress, put you right at the start. Oh, is that what it does? Okay. Well, that's fine. Like I said, I did it to myself once. Just accidentally clicking on the wrong thing. And honestly, the entire... Oh, come on. First part of the game up until this, up until the Devil's Chimney, isn't that hard for me anymore. So that's not a big deal to me. It's not a lot of progress. If I was, say, past the slippery slope and somehow managed to reset my progress, and I'm probably doing all sorts of weird facial expressions and body movements, but sorry about that. I hope they're entertaining. Yeah, if I was up past the slippery slope and I somehow reset the game, that would suck. All right, let's see if I can not fling myself way over the top this time. There, see, that's exactly the kind of thing I wanted to do. All right. A boomer versed in software development will not fall for such lowly tricks. Well, I would hope not. Yeah, I mean, I've been using computers for a very long time. And yes, I have been... I worked as a software developer. Hey, look, I got all the way up here again. Anyway, so yeah, when people suggest press this key combination, I almost always just ignore them. Oh, please. It will zoom in or zoom out or alter the friction. I'm like, I don't want to change anything. It would make it harder for me to play the game. Anyway. Oh. Well, that time I didn't push off. I just bounced off the structure. Usually my problem is I will not get high enough on a jump or fling or whatever you want to call them, and I'll push. I won't be able to grab anything. I'll just push off the structure. So, like that.
The vertical wall here has a way of getting harder the more times you try it.
Really doesn't.
Anger makes you swing the hammer harder, and that can push you away from the wall.
Well, I don't think that I have that problem. My problem is that I'm not flinging myself high enough. Well, that was high enough. All right. And I said it the last time I got here. It's not any one thing about this particular structure that is a problem. It's getting all of the things in sequence that's the problem. All right, Emma. I'm going to be over here. I want to fling myself up to the plant hanger. Oh. Plant hanger is a good place to just pause if I need to. Well, not like that. See, the rebound on the hammer control is the big problem here. It makes me do stuff that I don't want to do. Anyway, I don't think this gets harder the more I try it. It just is a certain level of difficulty. Oh, great. You know, I've never been perched on this before. That's interesting. All right. Well, that wasn't right. I pushed myself away. Oh. So you got to get either on top of that railing or underneath that railing area. You can't just push on the railing like that. Oh. I am making him do a lot of grunting and groaning. What is right? All right. At least I feel that I've made a little progress because I'm past the devil's chimney. Come on. There. That's progress. Okay, now, once again with this girder. And as I said, I am still really slow. If you don't mind, could you tell us about the origin of Pental Lock again? The last time you stopped the story abruptly. Something about chaos. Okay, so LOC stands for Lord of Chaos. I had a chaotic neutral fighter in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. At one point, somebody actually said that he was chaotic with chaotic tendencies, which is not an actual alignment that you can have in AD&D. But they wanted to emphasize the fact that this character was very chaotic. And so when he became ninth level in AD&D, at various levels you get a title, first through ninth. And ninth level you become a fighter lord, and you're a fighter lord, you know, every level after that. But so, for instance, I don't remember what the progression was, but like at second you might be a myrmidon or something. Anyway, so when he became a lord, a fighter lord, I added Lord of Chaos at the end of his name. Named Pental, Lord of Chaos. Pental, the Pental part, it sounded good to me. I don't really know where it came from in my brain. I know that it is an anesthetic gas that has like explosive properties. And when I found that out, I thought that was kind of appropriate, that put you to sleep or blow you up. Anyway, so and penta, you know, the prefix for 5, pentagon. I liked that. So anyway, those are the parts of his name. and where they came from. Right. There's the slide. Oh my God. All right. Well, that has got to be about the 20 minutes. So I am going to stop with this.